We had a fight about a week ago because I wanted to keep an engagement ring from an ex. Can I be controversial? He separated from his wife with plans to divorce so we can get married. What the heck is happening? Hi guys, it's Adria. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, in honor of Valentine's Day and all things relationships, drama, spiciness, we are going to be reading some Am I the Assholes of Reddit. But before we get started, be sure you are subscribed down below for new videos just like this, and you can follow me on all of my social media. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok. I'm a bit of a TikToker. My TikToks get 300 views, but it's all right. My comments blow up at least.
I may be small, but my empire keeps on growing.
I'm gonna need a drink for this one, y'all. Today I am drinking Mott's apple juice in my I'm Bananas About You Valentine's Day cup. I found this subreddit specifically dedicated to Am I the A-holes for relationships? And I'm like, okay, this is perfect for Valentine's Day. Let's get into it. Also, Am I the A-holes remind me of that meme. Girl, that's a booty hole. It's like the magic school bus.
What's that?
Girl, that's a booty hole.
Every time I hear the word a-hole, I think of that. Let's get into it. I'm excited. If you guys like these, definitely let me know down below. And I want to hear your feedback on these because we may disagree. And I'm also going to try to see every side of the situation. I don't want to just jump and be like, oh, you're the a-hole. Let's see all angles here. Let's try to be objective. So the first one we have here, am I the a-hole for wanting more attention from my boyfriend on our anniversary? Just from reading the title, I want to say no. It's your anniversary, so. But we will read and find out. For context, we're long distance. Oh, my now husband and I were long distance. I'm, let's say, Ashley F. and my boyfriend, David M. have been together for a month. Yes, a short time. But when we first got together, we hung out all the time. How'd it always go is we'd play a game together during the day and hang out in VR chat and watch movies until we went to bed. That sounds similar to Brandon and I. We Skyped a lot when we were long distance. I remember I taught him how to draw over Skype. That's cute. So far cute. Which was great until I got into avatar creation on Unity. Then I'd work on avatars and worlds a lot for VR chat. But I'd still hang out with my boyfriend at night. So he complained to me that I was choosing avatar and world creation over him and I wasn't making any time for him, even though I'd still always hang out with him at night. I don't know much about this. I've never done VR chat, but during the day, your attention was more so on avatar creation than your boyfriend, and he feels a bit like left out. Okay, think I got it. So he complained to me that I was choosing avatar and world creation over him and I wasn't making any time for him, even though I'd still always hang out with him at night. So I agreed and made more time for him, and we watched the HBO show The Last of Us. It's a good show. Watch it if you haven't seen it. Well, I've already seen an entire playthrough of the game series. I love it so much, so I felt disappointed with the show. I felt it didn't live up to how amazing the first game was. I've heard the same. So I bought it recently and wanted to play with him. Basically, I'd screen share it to him and he'd watch me play because he doesn't have a PlayStation or PC. And we played for an hour, a couple days before our anniversary, and then he had to go because he has strict parents. Okay, you didn't say your ages. I was like, how old are you guys? So you live with your parents and his parents are strict, so I'm assuming you guys are like teenagers. I feel like you should have perhaps include your ages for even more context, but all right, I'm gonna be extra gentle in case this is in fact a teenager. And then he had to go because he has strict parents, which is fine and is something I understand. But he is not busy all day for like the first 3 to 4 hours of the day, so we have a good amount of time to hang out before he's meant to go to bed. So that brings us to our anniversary. I woke up and texted him a good morning text. We have a nice chat. I tell him it's our anniversary. We got, we get excited that we have been together for a month. Then he tells me he has to go for a bit, which I'm cool with. I tell him I love him and we don't talk for a while. Then later that day he tells me he's back and we have a good chat. And I remember asking him if we could play that day, and he basically said he doesn't know and thinks he'll be busy for a while. So I say, okay, and go on with my day. I don't want to minimize that it is only a month, but it is only a month. The less time you've been together, those little milestones do mean more. Brandon and I aren't like, oh, we've been married for 2 years and what, 9-10 months? You stop counting months once it's been longer. I do feel like it's a bit of a red flag here that he's being distant here. It seems a bit disconnected. Guys can be weird. This to me seems like he's pulling away. And I don't want to say that, but it does. The fact that he's not like hopping on the game with you, like, oh my gosh, it's our anniversary. Like, he should be equally as excited as you. Just saying. But we will read on. So she did ask him if they could play that day, and he basically said he doesn't know and thinks he'll be busy for a while. But what does that mean though? Like, busy with what? You're either busy or you're not. Oh, I don't know if I can hang out. I might be busy. What does that mean? Hello? So I say okay and go on with my day. Then later I get a text from him, oh no, of him complaining to me how his friend apparently isn't making time for him and is only hanging with his girlfriend. Also how my boyfriend was hanging out with and waiting for his friend to get back. So your boyfriend is complaining about his friend spending too much time with his girlfriend? Ugh. So it's your anniversary. He's kind of blowing you off a little bit. And then he's like, ugh, my friend is only hanging out with his girlfriend. I'd be pissed. Okay, you are in a long distance relationship, so it's not like he's blowing you off in person to go hang out with his friend. But it's so important when you're long distance to make time for each other and to be present. Because it's like, okay, you can't be physically present, but you have to be emotionally present. When you're long distance, you have to make more of an emotional effort than that because you can't just sit in a room and just exist together. This is not looking good, honey. I'm sorry. Which one thing is my boyfriend and this friend of his haven't hung out in years, so I completely understand wanting to hang out with him. But my main issue is why not yesterday or the day after? Out of all days, our anniversary. So basically when I was told that, I was deeply hurt that basically he'd choose his friend over me, which I conveyed to him, and he basically said he'd choose me over his friend and that he really does want to hang out with me. But then blamed it on him making the wrong and bad choices all the time and how his parents are always making him busy. Oh my gosh. Oh, so he like threw a fit like, oh, I always just make bad choices. Like, please. Oh my gosh, spare us all. So please tell me if I am the butthole. Also, a couple weeks ago, he promised we'd do something sweet and or just hang out for our 1 month anniversary because he wanted to celebrate it. The fact that y'all were talking about it in advance, you were not the a-hole here, girl. It sounds to me like this is a bit of a maturity issue. Just a piece of advice. I think sometimes if us girls are a little too clingy, it can kind of push guys in the other direction. I feel like the more we're just kind of like, I don't want to say it's like letting a dog off a leash, but it is kind of like letting a dog off a leash. You know, you let it off like, oh, I don't care. If you come back, you come back. The more you scream for the dog to come, the dog's like, oh, are we playing? Oh, are we playing? Be like, okay, bye. Like sometimes guys can kind of pull in the opposite direction. The clingier a girl is. Don't pretend that you're not bothered when you are. Because I definitely think voicing your feelings and frustrations is so important, especially in a new relationship like this, to kind of lay the groundwork of like, this is my expectation. Let me lock in for this. You cannot make somebody care about you that doesn't care about you. And I always say, I do not want something from somebody that they do not want to freely give to me. I'm not going to beg somebody for their time, for their attention, for their understanding, for their love, nothing. I'm not going to beg. I'm not going to plead. I'm not going to try to persuade them to prioritize me. People who are meant for you will make the time for you. They will sacrifice things. Like, he could have very easily rescheduled that day with his friend. I think that maybe if you guys would have had a more definite plan for your anniversary of like, this is what we're doing on our anniversary. Did she say that? He promised we'd do something sweet or just hang out for a 1 month anniversary. It's a little red flag. Sometimes we girls just like to see the good, but you also have to look at it objectively. He didn't prioritize me on a day that was important to me. And if he does this after only a month, what is he going to do at 6 months or a year? You can't exhaust yourself with trying to make somebody care about you. You are not the a-hole here, sweetheart. Boys are just stupid. Boys are stupid. Moving on. Oh, did my microphone stop? Oh no. I don't know what is up with my audio in this video. This video might be a technical difficulty. It's a mess. All right, so this next one is, am I the a-hole for wanting to leave my partner over a ring? This is gonna be juicy, I can already tell. Context: I, 24 female, have been dating him, 23 male, for about a month now. Again, a very new relationship. The topic of rings after a month, okay, that may be a little forward, it may be a little soon, but we'll see where this goes. We met in a mutual friend's Discord server, and he has been an excellent friend to me for about 3 years. Is this just how kids meet now? Is like Discord and VR chat? Like, I feel old because like, what is this? We agreed on all rules discussed in this post at the beginning of the relationship. Now I regret agreeing to these rules and want to change them, but he is unwilling. I blocked my best friends and most of my support system per his request. Oh, no. I already don't like this. This is not healthy. Wait, he wanted you to block your friends? Oh, no. This is a huge red flag. Wait, do you guys smell that? Insecurity? No. Narcissism. Let's calm down. Let's take a breath. He basically said he would leave me if I didn't because these people have systemically hurt me before. That is not his decision to make if you should block somebody or not. He doesn't approve of my dance or yoga, but when he saw how much worse my mental and physical health was without them, he allowed it begrudgingly. He allowed it. I'm sorry, is this your father? I need more juice. What the heck is happening? How old are these people? 24 and 23. 24? No, girl, I was like, this sounds like teenage behavior. I thought you were gonna, oh my gosh, I forgot, and I thought you'd be like 17. No, you're a 24-year-old woman. These are your cute years, girl. Like, oh my gosh, I was so cute at 24. No, do not waste your time. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad. He allowed you to do dance or yoga. He didn't approve of it. He doesn't like the idea of me becoming famous or the attention it brings. I was a theater major when he started dating me. I dropped out of college because he dragged my mental health to a point I couldn't handle classes or study for finals. It was 2 weeks to finals. You dropped out of college 2 weeks before your finals because of this boy?
Electric chair.
I'm about to scream. Oh, this is a control freak. Run. Oh my gosh, I'm not even finished this, but run. But we will read on begrudgingly. I basically changed everything about myself for him. And it kind of hurts because he was my friend for a few years before we dated. So it's not like he didn't know who or what I was. We had a fight about a week ago because I wanted to keep an engagement ring from an ex. I had previously told him that I wanted to throw it in water, but he wanted me to chuck it out my car window and kept telling me to. I shut down, and then as I'm sitting in my driveway, he yelled at me that I clearly didn't love him and wanted to keep the ring. I denied it at the time, but after thinking about it, I realized he is right. I do want to keep the ring. I keep it on my keychain as a symbol of never again. My ex beat my dog, cracked my ribs, stole from me, cheated on me, drove me to lows I will never allow again. That ex is the reason I know I can fight back. I can definitely understand him being, some type of way about the ring. Not defending him at all. Don't get it twisted. It's an engagement ring from an ex. This isn't like a t-shirt from an ex. Brandon was a little weird for a while because I literally still have something that my high school ex gave me, but it's literally a pair of mittens. They're pandas, they're cute. A ring though, that's a big deal, but I can understand you want it as a reminder of what you don't want. But to me also, it maybe seems like hanging on to broken aspects of your life and parts that hurt. We have to know what we deserve, and we have to really fight for that. And to me, it seems like, she said never again, but this relationship, even though it's not physically abusive, it is abusive. Forcing you to block people. You dropped out of college because of your mental health. You couldn't do your dance classes or yoga because he didn't approve of it. And he's really policing like what you are doing. And he's kind of changing the trajectory of your life. And though it feels different because he's not physically hurting you or your dog. He beat your dog. The ex. It sucks that once we've experienced abuse once, our brains are like, oh, this is familiar, and we don't really know that there is better out there. There are people that won't do this to us. Maybe OP in her mind is like, well, he's not hurting me, so this is clearly a step above that. This is hard, and especially if you were with somebody and were engaged, like you were in a serious relationship and you were planning on getting married, and then that fell apart, and that in and of itself is a lot to process. So maybe this was just like settling after the fact of like, oh, well, you know, I want somebody, I don't want to be alone. I've tried to bring it up since the fight, but he stands by his statement that he will leave me if I don't get rid of the ring next time I leave my house. I have left since this was said, and he knows this, and that I still have it. So I think this was a bluff. I don't get to see my friends or follow my dreams if I stay with him. I regret letting the conversation drift to dating that night. She regrets. Okay, well, good. I'm really glad that she sees that. I miss who he was during the friendship. I don't intend to get rid of the ring, and I'm debating unblocking my friends to see if they'd take me back if I left him. If my friends would take me back, would I be the if I left him over a ring? There are a million reasons to leave him. not just the ring thing. It doesn't sound as simple as leaving him over a ring. I think this is just kind of the final straw of this whole situation, because this guy is toxic and controlling and manipulative. You even said yourself that you regret letting the conversation drift to dating that night. So that is really all you need to know. And no, you would not be the booty hole for leaving him over a ring or over anything, honestly. I mean, he has given you a glossary of material to leave him over. So, girl, how much you guys weigh? I don't know, like 170? Have fun losing 175 pounds when you dump him, girl. All right, let's see what the comments say. You should leave him because he's insanely controlling, and you should have left after the first crazy demand. With love, I'm going to tell you, you need a therapist, not a boyfriend. You have indicated the start of a pattern of dating abusive men. You need some time in therapy. I agree with that, though I'm kind of iffy about like telling people to go to therapy. Therapy, that's like a personal decision, but I definitely agree with the notion of she probably needs to work on her traumas and all the hurt that she has been through before she can be in something healthy. Because yeah, have you ever seen somebody that their whole cycle of dating, like relationship after relationship, it's just not healthy? Each relationship isn't healthy, and you're like, why are they settling for this? Why don't they see how bad this is? You're used to it and your brain is comfortable in it. You're familiar with it. Oh wait, OP said, I have been in therapy for years after my ex and I thought he was different, but you are right. I wasn't ready and I should have given myself more time. I really hope she dumps him.
Dump him!
Dump him! I gotta put that in. Okay, but like, honestly though. All right, we will read one more. All right, my little Valentines, strap in. Here we go. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my BF of 5 years because I am falling for someone else? This is already messy, girl. Let's go. I, 35 female, had been with my BF, 30, for 5 years and have been living together. We met while he was married and one thing led to another and we became a couple. I know I'm the a-hole here. This is just not the way to transition in love, you know? Like, you remove yourself from one person and then you find the next person. Take it from me. I, in high school, was dating this guy and then I started falling for this other guy and then that was toxic. Just the... What was that noise? Okay, but anyways, he separated from his wife with plans to divorce so we can get married. Can we rewind that?
He separated from his wife with plans to divorce.
So we can get married.
Hold up. Fast forward 5 years and he is still married and has not attempted to start the process of divorce. After 5 years? Oh, no. I've never nagged him about getting it done and told him to do it when he is ready, although he knows it's something I want and need for us to start a family and get married, etc. It is one thing if you're with somebody and they're going through the process of divorce, because divorce can take a while. They have to delay it in case you change your mind. So it's not like you can just file for divorce and you're divorced next week. If you meet somebody and they're still going through that, if it takes months and months and months, I don't know, I've never done it. This isn't from experience. But if they're working through it still, that's one thing. But 5 years is more than enough time for him to do it. Is he just lazy? Does he still love his, not even ex-wife, his current wife? Does he still, oh my gosh, I cannot. We also don't tell people our story. That we're together. We claim to be friends who live together. Oh, this is so bad. This is so messy. What? Since the story of how we became a couple is not ideal, now I'm being pursued by a nice man. He is smart, very much single, and successful. Since we, BF and I, tell people we are single, it made it very easy for this guy to approach me. I told my BF, ex? Yeah, he should be your ex, how I've been feeling, and that I'm tired of waiting for him, and I'm ready to move on with someone I can possibly marry and have kids with. Am I the a-hole? Can I be controversial? I think both of you are toxic. I think this is just a toxic web of mess and lies. The fact that you don't even tell people that you guys are dating. The fact that he is still legally married. The fact that you tell people you are single to meet new people is crazy. This is just all over the place, and I kind of can't with this. I'm kind of stressed out. You're both the booty holes here, girl. I can understand wanting more for yourself. You know, you want to get married, you want to have a family. I understand that, but I also think at the same time, he met while he was still married. So you were the other woman, and he left his wife for you. Didn't divorce her, but left her. This person in the comments, if this new man is as nice as you make him out to be, he deserves better than you. You are the a-hole. Yikes. I mean, that's a little blunt, but I mean, I kind of agree. Honestly, this isn't out of character for you. You sound like a terrible person. Oh my gosh. Everyone sucks here. Yep. I mean, this poor new guy who wants to date OP is like, hey, I'm a nice guy. Oh, you're a single woman. Oh, let's date. No, run. Let me calm down. A word of advice. End the relationship with this dude. Come clean to your friends and family about the situation, what happened. Come clean to this new guy. Be upfront and honest with him. If you hide that from him, that's because you think, oh, he won't want to date me if I tell him this. That is what we call lying by omission. By omitting important information, you are lying to people, so you don't want to start a new relationship off that way. This was a roller coaster. All of these were crazy. Let me know your thoughts on any of these down in the comments because I am like overwhelmed. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this Am I the A-hole video, and I will be doing more of these. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I hope you enjoy your Valentine's Day, whether you are single, dating, living with somebody who is still married. No matter your situation, I hope that you enjoy yourself today. I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. I love you guys. Bye. I love how at the beginning I'm like, I'm gonna be so objective, but then I'm just like ranting this whole video. I wanted to be objective, y'all. I feel like I need a shower after that. What was that?